The Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank is a humanitarian agency. It's a safety net, it's a hope for thousands of people that experience poverty and food insecurity around the region. Every year, the Akron-Canton Regional Food Bank serves over 200,000 people who make their way to soup kitchens and homeless shelters and food pantries, oftentimes in their life's lowest moment. It means everything to us to meet them with food. It means just as much to us to meet them with love and extend the hope that is embodied in the work of the food bank that's so generously given by the community.
Typically, 1 in 7 people in our community struggle with food insecurity. So this was an issue before the pandemic. Now, with the most recent data available, Feeding America is estimating a 41% increase in food insecurity in our community. People who lost their jobs and weren't able to go back, who are experiencing unemployment for the first time, children who couldn't go to school to get their free breakfast and lunch, and their parents had to subsidize those meals. Getting food to people that need it has become increasingly important and in some ways increasingly difficult. We're serving people who are elderly, who are at risk, who are afraid to leave their homes because of the coronavirus. And we've been able to work with strategic partners to pilot a model to deliver food to people's homes. If they are homebound, if they don't have access to transportation, if they don't have those social supports for somebody else to go pick up for them, we've been able to provide really great food and meet their nutritional needs so that way they can stay home and stay safe and still get the food that they so desperately need. We've been hosting on-site distributions at our food bank where we've seen upwards of 1,800 families in a 2-hour time period. And we've been going out as staff and supporting food distributions throughout our community. I recently was at a food distribution in Massillon, and there was a woman who came for the very first time, and she's a school teacher, and she was struggling, and some of her neighbors were as well, and she worked up the courage to come and pick up food for herself and those neighbors. She was really nervous. She didn't know what to do, and she started crying, telling me just about how nervous she was and how scared she was for herself and for her future. And I think that's an important reminder of what our work here at the food bank is. We're not just providing food to people, we're providing hope for them and love for them, to let them know that people in this community, like you and generous donors and our staff and our volunteers, care about them and care about where their next meal comes from and care about their future.